All right, let's dive right into an incredibly tense narrative today. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're breaking down the monumental events of Session 25, The Devil is in the Details. If you're a fan of political intrigue that pivots instantly into subterranean horror, you are going to absolutely love the structure of this story. We're going to look at how a single day goes from polite, terrifying diplomacy in the morning to a full-blown undercover infernal heist by nightfall. Here is our roadmap for today's Explainer. We'll be looking at the morning meeting, the missing ritual component, infiltrating the Castellanter villa, the prisoner upstairs, the hidden wine cellar, and finally, the Arenes Commander's Challenge. Starting things off with Section 1, The Morning Meeting, subtitle, Negotiating with the Lich. The pacing of the party's day here is honestly just daunting. They move from these totally mundane morning chores like Valessa weaving fabric for a formal outfit and the group setting up warding rituals with the kids, directly into back-to-back high-stakes encounters. By midday, they are already standing in the Thayan embassy in Waterdeep, sitting directly across from Sas Tom, the undead Zolkir of necromancy himself. Oh, and they have Gale Dekarios tagging along as a very reluctant, very grumpy magical chaperone. Now you might be wondering, why is a lich negotiating at all? We need to understand exactly what leverage the party is holding. It's the Calamus Pactum. This is an actual infernal artifact crafted by Asmodeus himself, historically used for drafting and signing major fiendish contracts. Saz Tom desperately wants this quill, and right now, our heroes are the ones calling the shots. And here is exactly why he wants it so badly. Zastam intends to use the Calamus Pactum in something called the Ritual of the Lawful Draw. This is a dark, incredibly potent ritual that has the alarming potential to literally be used to mantle a god. In Zastam's case, he wants to use it to dissolve an ancient, highly ill-advised pact he made with the god Bane way back in the 1200s. He's essentially trying to save his own soul before Bane can claim it completely. Which brings us to Section 2. The missing ritual component, and a looming trip to Candlekeep. So the party actually refuses to just hand over the artifacts. Bold move, right? Instead, they offer to facilitate the ritual themselves. Surprisingly, Saz Tom accepts this arrangement, but he drops a bombshell. A crucial third component is needed to actually make the ritual work, the Seal of Concordance. And where is it? Currently locked away in Candlekeep. This perfectly sets the stage for a massive future trade, a whole lot of compensation, and an inevitable road trip to the Great Library. Moving into the evening for Section 3, infiltrating the Castellanter villa, going high society undercover. We pivot straight from diplomatic dread into an outright stealth mission at a high society dinner. The party flawlessly executes this three-step plan to slip past the Castellanter guards undetected. Step 1, they secure magical disguises crafted by Valessa, which includes a very clever hairpin to hide Santal's tiefling warns. Step 2, they use Vagnafriðr's massive stature to pose as a simple keg carrier. And Step 3, they slip into the estate seamlessly, blending in as hired help under the cover of the allied Durinbold's family's servant convoy. It is a textbook Trojan horse maneuver. Once they're undercover, Valessa does a little eavesdropping in the ballroom. She takes in all the lavish decorations, but specifically spots a massive mosaic of Siamorph's holy symbol hidden right beneath the elegant floor. This is such a brilliant detail because it perfectly highlights the grand illusion of piety, masking the family's incredibly dark secrets. They project this divine nobility to the public, while keeping their true allegiances hidden in the shadows. Now for Section 4, The Prisoner Upstairs, screams over the piano. This is where the espionage mission abruptly pivots into pure horror. As Vagnafriðr and Chantal move through the house, they realize something is deeply wrong. The atmospheric tension here is masterclass. It's this sickening contrast. Wealthy nobles are enjoying loud, elegant piano music and fine wine downstairs, which is intentionally masking the faint, agonizing wailing of someone actively being tortured up in the attic. Valessa sends her invisible imp familiar Quillbit to investigate through a fourth-floor window. What Quillbit discovers is just horrifying. Quote, a hunched, withered figure being subjected to agonizing torment by living chains. This is Osvaldo Castellanter, the family's eldest son. He was transformed into a chain devil and imprisoned inside his own home as a gruesome down payment for his parents' infernal deal with Asmodeus. It is a really grim reminder of exactly who our heroes are dealing with. Let's head downstairs for Section 5, The Hidden Wine Cellar, a descent into darkness. While the rest of the group is processing the absolute nightmare happening upstairs, Chantal slips away to investigate the forbidden zones below. Tapping into some classic spy thriller instincts, Chantal explores the cellar and pulls a specific bottle from the wine rack. The wall clicks. A secret door opens, revealing a long, dark spiral stairway lit only by flickering torchlight. They have found the true heart of the Castellanter estate. As the party regroups and quietly descends into the darkness, you can feel the environment totally shift. They're entering a massive, subterranean ritual chamber. The fine wood of the manor is completely replaced by rough-hewn stone walls. You've got heavy, iron-banded doors, empty holding cells, and this eerie silence broken only by trickling water. And standing right at the center of it all, a towering, imposing statue of the Lord of the Nine Hells, Asmodeus. Think about the terrifying duality of this villa. You literally have two completely different worlds existing directly on top of each other. The first floor is a polite, lavish, noble dinner party. But right below them, you've got 30-foot ceilings, sacrificial wooden cots, and a massive hidden temple to Asmodeus. It shows exactly how deep the Ropt goes in Waterdeep's nobility. Which brings us to our final act, Section 6, the Erinyes Commander's Challenge, Trial by Combat. Deep inside this temple, standing right at the foot of that Asmodeus statue, the stealth mission abruptly comes to an end. The party is met by a towering winged figure. Enter Neferis, commander of the Protozike. She hasn't just caught them, she's been expecting them all along. Neferis reveals she's acting as an examiner, speaking directly on behalf of Glacia, the archdevil of Mobolge. And then Neferis drops a massive reveal. She says Glacia actually possesses an authenticated infernal counterpart of the Castellanter Agreement. This is it. This is exactly the hard evidence they need to legally ruin the Castellanters and save the twins. But Neferis adds a catch. They must prove themselves worthy. She demands a trial by combat. It is an incredibly tense, life-or-death moment that gets completely broken by Vagnafrieder, who casually asks the terrifying fiend where she got her armor, because of course she does. And that is where we hit our cliffhanger. I want to leave you with a final provocative thought. Do our heroes actually have what it takes to defeat an Erinyes commander in the heart of a hidden Asmodean temple? Will they secure the ultimate leverage against the Castellanters? Or will their souls be forfeit to the hells right here in the dark? We'll have to find out next time. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and remember, always keep your eyes peeled for those secret doors.